Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dig into a brand new report from Google Cloud that really gets into how AI is delivering some serious, tangible business value. So let's jump right in.
All right, let's just say it. The AI hype train has kind of left the station. The conversation has totally shifted. Leaders aren't asking if they should use AI anymore. Now it's all about how to scale it to get real results. So the focus has moved from just potential to actual proof. Let's see how companies are really getting a return on their AI investment.
So, to really understand where the value is coming from, we first have to look at this fundamental change in how AI works. It's moving way beyond simple chatbots to something a whole lot more powerful and autonomous. Okay, so here's the key thing to wrap your head around. These aren't just for answering questions. They're actually designed to independently carry out tasks, to reason, to plan, and even make decisions, all with a human in the loop, of course. It's this big shift from AI that just assists to AI that actually acts.
And this is a great way to see the journey companies are on. They usually start with simple stuff, right? Basic tools. Then they level up to more sophisticated things like customer service agents. And then the final stage is these incredible multi-agent workflows, where different AIs are basically working together to run entire business processes.
And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky 5 years from now kind of thing. It is happening right now. A majority, we're talking over half, of companies that are already in the Gen AI game have deployed these advanced agents in their live operations.
And leaders are definitely taking notice. I mean, as Fiona Tan over at Wayfair points out, this tech isn't just for Silicon Valley. It's finding a place in literally every department in every industry, speeding things up and driving real, measurable impact.
Okay, so that's the what. Let's get to the so what. Let's talk numbers. Is this technology actually paying off for the companies that are betting big on it?
Well, for the folks who jumped in early and had a real plan, the answer is a massive yes. An incredible 88% of these early adopters are already seeing a positive return on their investment. That's huge. Now, don't get me wrong, that 74% number for all users is still really strong. But here's the key insight. That 14-point gap between the early birds and everyone else, that's a big deal. It proves there is a real first-mover advantage here.
So what's their secret sauce? What separates these groups?
Well, it really comes down to scale and commitment. Early adopters aren't just dipping their toes in the water. They're deploying agents at more than double the rate. They're going all in, and it's paying off.
Okay, so we know it's paying off. Now let's break down exactly where these returns are coming from. We're going to focus on the 5 key areas that the report identified.
The impact is spread all over the business, but 2 areas really jump out, right? It's not a huge surprise that companies are aiming AI at their 2 most valuable assets, their employees' time and their customers' happiness.
First up, let's talk about productivity. It's the #1 area of impact, with a full 70% of executives saying they're seeing major improvements.
And this is super important. This isn't just about helping coders write faster. AI is dramatically speeding up IT processes, it's crunching data for faster insights, and maybe most importantly, it's making people in non-technical roles way more efficient.
A huge piece of this puzzle is the rise of these new low-code platforms. They're basically empowering employees who aren't developers to become builders themselves, creating custom AI tools for their own specific problems.
Okay, next up, #2 on our list, customer experience. It's a close second, with 63% of companies seeing a real positive impact from using AI here.
And the financial payoff here can be, well, just look at that number. It's absolutely staggering. One study found that building AI into customer engagement can deliver over a 200% return in just 3 years. It completely changes the game for how businesses talk to their customers.
So this all sounds great, but here's the big question, right? How can your organization actually replicate this success? Let's look at the blueprint for turning a plan into profit.
Okay, first things first, and the data is crystal clear on this one. Success starts at the very top. Organizations that have that C-level sponsorship and a clear corporate vision are way more likely to see a positive ROI. And this isn't just theory. You hear it from executives who are actually in the trenches doing the work. This kind of top-level alignment is what unlocks the budget, the people, and the momentum you need to get these projects off the ground and actually see them through.
But look, let's be real. It's not all smooth sailing. Getting the fundamentals right is everything. Data privacy and security, that's still the top hurdle. No big surprise there. And that's followed by the classic challenges: integration with all your old systems, and, of course, cost.
So, what's the game plan? How do you put all this into action? Well, the report wraps up with a really fantastic, practical checklist to help guide your strategy. Okay, let's just run through this playbook. It starts with the two big things we just talked about. Get your executive champions lined up and build trust with a rock-solid security plan. From there, it's about being smart. Start with the low-hanging fruit, the easy wins, for a clear ROI, and give your AI agents the secure access they need. And finally, it's about governance and people. Create your rulebook now, not later, and invest in training your own talent.
And that really wraps up our breakdown of this report. The evidence is in, the roadmap is clear. Now that you've seen the blueprint, the only question left is the one right there on your screen: what's the first agent you're going to build?